Stories, Little Bit of Craftin, coming to you on Tuesday, November 18th at 11:55 p.m. here in Wisconsin. And I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States, because that's where Wisconsin is. So welcome. Let me get my devices going here so I can see if anybody joins me live. Excuse me. I'm waiting for the message to pop up here because sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. There we go. There's one. And I guess I'll get rid of that extra sound. And let's get the second device going. All right, I think we're good to go. So welcome. Hopefully everybody has had a more sound to get rid of. Hopefully everybody had a great Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday. This is Tuesday. I lose track of time. So, depending on where you are probably well into your Wednesday already. So welcome. I do have my coffee and a card later in about 10 hours. For those of you who are local to me, we go to Cat's Coffee House in Waterford, and we will be making a gift card holder. So if you're local to me, come on over. All right, we start at 10 o'clock. Next on the announcement agenda, we've got the virtual craft class. This month it's Brushed with Beauty. It's day after, well, it's the 20th, so day after tomorrow. Technically, it's still the 18th. We're going to feature this Brushed with Beauty Suite collection. You can buy the virtual class through my store, and that's the Brushed with Beauty craft class. The item number is 170074. It is $30 to do the class. You can go to my store here at lorimakari.stampinup.net. And there will be 4 projects. So 2 cards, a box, and a single page scrapbook layout that could be suitable for a wall decor item, I believe. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I intend on having a watch party here that day. I will be able to watch that live this time. Last month for October, I couldn't, so I wasn't able to do a watch party for that. November 25th through December 1st, Stampin' Up! Is doing their first ever Black Friday sale. Things will be up to 40% off. And I imagine there's not going to be a lot of items for 40% off, but anything on sale is good to me. And if you are part of my team or if you're a demonstrator with somebody else, you still get your discount too. Hello, Donna Dembinski. How are you? Stampin' Up! Is also doing a sale for prepaid paper pumpkin subscriptions. So this will include the December kit. The Cyber Monday sale is December 1st to the 9th, and subscription period ends December 10th. So you do have to, if you want to take advantage of this, you do get that first December kit included in your subscription. And then if you want to suspend anything after that, you can. And product of the month starts really soon. I've talked about this. You have a cold, I'm sorry. I actually have a sore throat. I don't know if it's because things are getting colder around here and we have the heat on higher. I just don't know. So I hope you feel better soon. With that product of the month, that will start in December. So if you make a qualifying purchase, which in the United States is a $75 product purchase, so that's before tax or shipping, you will have the option to purchase a product of the month for just $5. You will probably want to look at that early in the month and snatch it up as soon as you are able to if it's something that you like, because quantities are going to be limited. So once they sell out, they're not coming back. So those product of the month is just for that month. If there are any left over, it will carry over into future months until it sells out. And my understanding is it will stay at that $5 but you do have to make that qualifying purchase in order to get it. All right. So if you are not already a demonstrator and on somebody else's team, and if you want to get a discount on all of your goodies, hit me up. You can join my team anytime. So let's get down to business. You're welcome, Don. I know having a cold is kind of crummy. My husband wasn't feeling good yesterday, but I think he was back pretty much feeling normal today. And I just have this little lingering sore throat that I think might be from the heat in the house. So anyway, this is the set of cards we made last night. I got this one done. It's a slide out card that can hold a gift card very easily. And then this one I couldn't finish because I didn't have any more of the snowflakes die cut. And I couldn't find my die set to cut these out. Well, it was right where it was supposed to be. I was just looking under the wrong name. So these are the ones that we did last night. This one is an old olive. And this one is in cherry cobbler. Excuse me. So I just thought I would share those. These were really quick and easy. If you want to see how we made them, check out yesterday's video. Oh, and this is the one that I made earlier this year that I modeled that one after. So this was from the Notes and Totes set. All right, so tonight we're going to do a non-stamping card. After I have a sip of my tea. And I saw, excuse me, I saw Sara Douglass do this card on Monday. No, it was yesterday. It was Tuesday. Thank you, Donna. Oh, and something I did last night after we closed down, I put the couple of pine cones on here because I thought it just added a little something. So anyway, Sarah must have done this yesterday because she goes live on Facebook on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So I like to catch when she goes live just so I can kind of see what she's doing. So she made this fun card, and I got all of the parts and pieces kind of ready, but we're going to do it a little bit different than hers because she stamped and embossed in gold, and I decided I just didn't want to stamp. I just wanted to do the paper and the dies and the paper. So I'm using the Modern Christmas 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. I have some of it in the full sheets, and I have some that I cut down and put in my little organizer. So basically, we just need a couple of small pieces of Designer Series paper. So let me get that out of our way. And I have a card base that's 8.5 by 5.5. I have it scored at 4 1/4, so just a basic card base. I did 2 of them at the same time because that's what I like to do, so that I only have to score once and cut once. And then this piece of Designer Series paper is 3 3/4 by 5.5. Hello, Tanya. Welcome. We're just getting started. So this is 3 3/4 by 5.5. And this is going to go right on the card. So I'm just going to glue it right down. And something I didn't get was some cardstock for the inside for my message, but I can put that in later. We are doing some very simple non-stamping cards tonight. And I'm casing a card that Sara Douglass did yesterday, Tuesday here in the US during her Facebook Live. That's pretty good. I think my card is slightly off with the... This is fine, but this, I'm seeing just a little edge of black from the back. So we might be able to just fix that with our bone folder here. We'll take care of that. All right. So then Sarah took one of these gold hoops, large gold hoops, 166,044. Let me see if it's still available. I think these are in the main catalog. Yeah, because this is part of the Modern Christmas collection. All right, so she used one of these gold hoops. Now these are really big hoops. These are like 3.5 inches. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3.5 inches. So they're really big. And then she took a white circle and just put it in the middle. And she took some of the black and gold twine and made a bow. And normally I have mine coming out the hole in the baggie, but it slipped inside. So rather than fight with it, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna make mine a double bow. And I'm gonna get my little bone, or my bow maker. Because it's just easier. And we'll trim up those ends later. But this is going to go on here. And then she had on hers, thank you. But I thought we would do Happy New Year. So what I did was, I actually cut it out in gold first. But I wasn't sure that I liked the gold on here compared to the black. The black just seems to stand out a little bit more to me. So on my second version, I thought I would use the gold. So the gold one I die cut first, and even though on my die sheet I said use with adhesive sheets, I didn't read that. And I did not put adhesive sheets on my gold pieces. So we'll be gluing that by hand. But I'm going to use this gold one for the second version. So we'll do happy. So I do have the adhesive sheets on the back of the black letters. Hello, Linda. Hello, Zippity. Well, I could layer them, but then I won't have the letters for my second card. Because I only cut one set of each. And I was hoping we would have a short and sweet one today because I have my coffee and a card tomorrow morning. And of course, I don't have everything packed yet for that because I don't do that at my home. I do that at a coffee shop that's in the village. It's not far from me, but I do have to travel just a little ways. It only takes me a few minutes to get there, but I still have to make sure that my head is clear and that I've gotten all my supplies together. So that's kind of how that one's going to look. All right, so Sarah did hers with a thank you on the front, but I thought Happy New Year would be more fun with these colors. I don't know why I think of black and white and gold as New Year colors, but I kind of think of New Year's colors as black, white, and gold. So with the other one then, let's just get this out of here. With the other one, let's move this over here. I've got a black base again, and that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, same as the first. But then what I thought I would do is kind of step this up a little bit. Well, thank you, Donna. Did you see Sarah's take on that card yesterday? Do you watch for her to go live on Facebook? That's a public. She does that for everybody. But I try to catch it on Tuesday afternoons. I have an alarm on my phone, so if I'm available, I can try to watch. Oh, nice. So the fun thing, I think, with what Sarah did was that she had no idea what supplies she was going to get. She just had the supplies and she had to make something. So then I thought we would put these on here. And I think we need to move this gold out a little bit further. I just wanted a thin border of black just to kind of set off that gold strip. And I liked the stars because, again, that kind of reminds me of New Year's. Don't know why. Not like I'm out under the stars for New Year's because it's usually too cold here. So that'll go there. And then, where did, well, my gold letters, whew, they got flipped over. Gold for champagne. There you go. All right, so what I thought I would do is, this looks really starkly white to me. Okay, and I don't know if I like that. So let's just kind of lay this stuff out. Oops, I guess I need to put happy first, don't I? Happy New Year. So we could do that with white. All right. And we'll do another bow. And if you've got your twine and it's too curly, just run it through your, like your fingernail, and you can straighten it out. Which seems counterintuitive to me because, you know, we used to get those ribbed ribbons, and if you took a scissors to them, you would make them all curly. Where doing that here makes it uncurly. That one's really long. Of course, I kind of like that. That almost looks like little streamers. So I guess once I have the gold letters on here, it maybe looks a little bit better to me. But I kind of liked it with the gold edging on here, and you probably can't see that really well. Let's try to move. Can you see the gold a little bit better now? I'm trying to adjust my lighting a little bit, but it's hard. So hopefully, whoops. Hopefully you can kind of see where I've got there. Now you can see where I've got the gold on the sides. All right. So I thought we could do that, or we could put it on the black, but then maybe use the white as an accent piece behind. But now seeing it on the black, that might be a little too dark. Although when you're looking at it face to face, you know, or face to card rather, it does stand out pretty well. My scissors are probably not the best thing. Take your pick tool, it's probably a little bit better to move those around. But you can see why I didn't stick these down right away, because it's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to like. I don't know what everybody else will like. So if we did Happy New Year on the black with the gold, I think it just looks kind of classy. But then we could also put that behind there. And maybe have it just to kind of make it stand out a little bit, and it would fill up that gold hoop a little bit better. And it might almost kind of look like a little crescent moon, you know? What do you think of that? Card surgery happening, so precise. There you go. Had my little scalpel wannabe with my take your pick tool, right? I love that tool. All right, so there's the two cards. And it really didn't take me that long to cut anything, right? I mean, it was just cutting the card base, cutting this, which was 3 3/4 by 5.5, using my Stylish Shapes dies. I used the very biggest circle for those circles. And then die cutting those letters with, with the Words for the Season dies. So what are we thinking? This one, this black and white one, I think is pretty well set. But now we have to decide which one we like. If we like the white as the little crescent moon behind there, is that what you're saying you like, Donna? So you like the putting sparkles or gems in the circles would kind of look like the New York ball lit up. Yeah, it could, huh? Sparkles or gems. I wonder if the gold ones that I have, though, I could use little ones and put them in here in the stars. The little ones would work for that. I think those might be the only gold ones I have. And these, they might look like crystals, but they might look silver, and I don't know that I like silver and gold together. All right, so Linda, are you saying the letters on the white circle or with the white circle behind the black circle? Because the comments come in a little delayed and I can't always keep up with them. And I apologize that this is not, my picture is elongated. Sometimes I think it depends on how much battery power I have on my phone. I don't know. I really don't know. I think YouTube just likes to make me wonder if it's, because these should be normal card looking squattier, and on my view that I can see they look really elongated. So sorry if it seems a little distorted. So I think we'll do new in the middle here, and I'll get these letters put down just so we can kind of have an idea of where those are going to go. So I'm going to start with the U, EW. All right, let's see here. The offset. Like the letters on the, oh, Linda, you like the letters on the white, but both are pretty? Well, I will probably do another version just because this was so simple. So really we got 2 cards done in just a few minutes. Hello, Vicky. Hello again. Whoops, now I just messed that up. I forgot it wasn't attached. We're doing a very simple set of non-stamping cards. Stamping not required. All right, so let's put the Y down here. That moved over just a little bit. At least I put my adhesive sheet on here. It does look kind of classy, doesn't it? I wish I would have come up with the idea on my own, but I did a few of these, and I think the styles we did, I don't know, a week or two ago. I lose track of time. I'm trying to think of where I have those cards, because I had a bunch of them out. I knew I needed to take pictures of them, and I knew I needed to put the white insides in them. But normally I don't go for just the black and white papers because they just seem flat to me, like they need something else. But I think because these have the gold in them, 50s and 60s, yeah, kind of very retro, very Jetsons-like. Let's see if I can lift this up, because there we go. There. And then we'll put happy. So you can kind of see there are circles here in gold and then the circles in white, and then it makes that like little diamond shape. And this is going to go kind of like so. And like so. All right, so Happy New Year. I am going to put this up on dimensionals for sure. And then we'll have to use some glue dots, kind of rolled into burrito style, for the circles, for the gold hoops. I probably could have lined my words up a little bit better if I'd have shifted these down a little bit, but they're on there now, so that's where they're going to be. And we will get some glue dots here. A little champagne bottle popping. Oh, and I'm working off camera here. I'm just trying to get my little glue dot offs here so I can make it into a little burrito. And we'll just kind of stretch that behind here. And I'm trying to get these narrow so that they're not hanging off the edge of the hoop, because I don't want them to stick to an envelope. Now I usually put a cover piece on my cards when I'm mailing them, anytime they have something other than flat embellishments, so that they don't get ruined or put holes in the envelope when it goes through the machining at the post office. So what I usually do is take a coordinating color. In this case, I would do probably black or white, and I run it through an embossing folder, and I just lay that on top of my card before I put it into my envelope. Hello, Yuda. Welcome. We got 2 cards done already, woman. Kind of. We have 2 cards laid out. All right, so between the letters and the hoops, those are probably the putziest parts. But we'll lay this down kind of centered around there. And then we'll put a glue dot or two on our bow. So demonstrators are very happy right now. We have access to the new mini catalog. So the January to April catalog is now available for us to look at. And we can order basically like one of certain products so that we can start playing with them. So I put my order in yesterday. So I don't know, maybe I should leave those kind of long. What do you think? This one's probably just a little too long. I think they'll kind of look like streamers. I'm trying to fix it and I'll probably end up making it worse. Leave them longer? Okay. So then let's go ahead and get these things assembled. So I am going to use seal on my gold pieces because with these metallic designer series papers, if you're not careful, the glue can show through. So if you got, you know, wavy glue or bunched up glue, it'll show through the front of your metallic paper, and you don't want that to happen. So Vicki, what did I order? I ordered several of the papers. I ordered a suite that has kind of a nature vibe. And let's turn this around if I can get this back up here. There's a little smudge on here, so I want to turn it around. So that'll be hidden behind our designer series paper. I ordered an embossing folder. There's online exclusives too that we're able to order some. We don't have the option to order from the entire collection of new products. We only have a limited list of products basically that we can look at. I should have cut that just a little bit longer, it looks like. What color is the star background? This is black. Black and gold. This whole, the modern Christmas paper, it's all black and white and gold. Oh, and then I ordered my catalogs, Vicki. So, if you have people that you, of course, you're just getting your stuff set up, so you might not have a customer list yet. But when you get a customer list in your store, basically, you can select to have Stampin' Up! Mail out catalogs for you. And it's actually a little more economical because then you're not paying for shipping to come to you and then shipping to go off to your customers. Stampin' Up! Does it all. All right, and then this could have been just a little longer. I think I'm going to get another piece of this because I'm not going to be happy with that. With it just a little bit short. I got to find another piece. There we go. I won't get rid of this piece of the stars because I can use that for something else, but I just wanted a little bit longer here. So we did 3 3/4, and I went 5 1/2. So I'm just going to go a smidge longer than I did before. And if it's a little long, I can always trim it off the edge of the card. That's better. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to use snail here as well. Or seal. It hasn't been called snail for a long time. I don't know where that came from. Apple Tart Baker, welcome. All right. So hopefully you can see the pretty gold on the edges there. And then let's go ahead. I have to glue these. Maybe I'll just recut them and put adhesive sheets on the back of the gold. That might be easier. I'm kind of about easy today. So I'm just getting a piece of adhesive sheet. So I'm gonna peel that off. I have done crochet. I have made some very intricate Afghans. Usually they're Afghans, baby Afghans, full-size Afghans. I taught my children how to crochet. So this adhesive paper has the peel-off backing, so that we're just creating a sticker out of these. Crochet, it depends on how you learn. But my grandmother taught me how to crochet. She was right-handed, I was left-handed. So I just sat across from her and converted it in my head to left-handedness. And my son is left-handed, so he could sit and watch me from the side. My daughter's right-handed, so she sat across from me. And that's how she learned. There's another gal on that watches this from time to time. Oh, I can't think of her name. She does all crocheting stuff on hers. And Bonnie M does crocheting as well. Bonnie's Corner? I think that's what she calls it, Bonnie's Corner. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to trim this down to size so that I don't run the metallic through the embossing machine and leave marks in it. So we'll just save this adhesive one. But let me get my little Betsy out. Crocheting and knitting are just a series of loops. You're making loops. In crochet, you just use one hook, and with knitting, you use 2 needles. In my brain somewhere, I also know how to knit, but I never did much with it. Well, and if you do double crochets or triple crochets or, you know, little popcorn stitches and stuff, you get more loops on your hook. All right. It looks like it cut through really good. So I wonder if we peel these off one word at a time, if I laid them out on the paper without taking them out of the framing, if I could keep them, oh, there. Let's see if we'll do happy. Let's see if this will work. Well, that made me happy. Woohoo! All right, so it didn't work with the N because the N came out, but let's put that back in there. I kind of like that. That kind of worked kind of good for me. Let's take these backing pieces off. Let's do that again. That worked really slick. We'll see if it works quite as well with the secondary words here. Hopefully it won't fall out. Happy New. Oh, not bad. That was a first. Learn something new. I do have to try to get that centerpiece out of there though. All right, let's see how this last one works. Keep your fingers crossed. Well, that got a little high. But in theory, it worked pretty good, hey? And I think I'll leave the rest of them there. What do you know? That worked out pretty good. All right. So let's go ahead and put this on with just a little crescent moon. So do we want the crescent moon off to the right or off to the left? Waxing or waning? I don't know what the difference is, but I know that's a term. This I'll use some glue on. Super thin layer. And because I didn't go all the way to the edge, I knew I'd be fine. And then we'll put this up on dimensionals. let's just kind of center this ish. I could measure, but you know, measuring is overrated. So that'll be right about there. I suppose if I centered this good, we'll be good, right? I just won't lay that down. I think that'll work. All right, let's get some more glue dots on here. For our hoop, I can get rid of my seal. Get rid of some of my debris. And then we'll be to where we can put the embellishments on. Where did my roll of glue dots go? Oh, right here in front of me. And I have not on these hoops seen an obvious seam. So they're really smooth all the way around. So it's not like there's a place where you can tell where they were melded together. So thank you to Sara Douglass for this. So I was thinking, since she just had supplies put in front of her and no rehearsal, just put something together. I mean, we kind of do that here, because sometimes I just pull stuff for colors and or a layout and just wing it, right? And I figure if it doesn't turn out, it's just paper. So if somebody wants to see a specific set, if I have it, or a certain color combination, or a certain layout or fun fold, let me know. I'd be more than happy to try to give it a go. And I'm just trying to hide my glue dots back here so they don't hang out super far. All right, and then we have our bow. So a couple more glue dots there. I'm gonna have to get out a new roll of glue dots because this roll is almost gone. That lets me know that I've been crafting. And that's a good thing. And with most of my classes, I'll have the adhesives ready for people, because if they don't come with their own, I want them to be able to make the things. I guess I'll put that maybe up there. And I just kind of incorporate that into the cost of my class. So do we like the longer legs on the ribbons again? I think that's kind of fun. Although kind of curvy worked good. There. All right, so let's see about some gems. This little piece doesn't want to come out. I got a little Klingon going on there. All right, so those can go back, that can go back, that can go back. All right. Gold on this one, I'm thinking. Shimmer on this one, maybe. And I'm just going to use the little ones because I think that's going to work better. Well, we could. It's not going to matter because if I don't put them on the stars, we're just going to add, we're going to just add a little something here, right? A little extra. We'll do 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's put this away. And let's put some on this one. I don't remember how many items I pre-ordered. Because I put in my catalogs, I did some embellishments, I did an embossing folder, I did some paper, I think I did one suite. And there were lots of things in there. I mean, there's Easter stuff in there, there's Valentine's Day stuff in there. Oh, there were some Memory and More cards that I got. I did not get any of the scrapbooking kits. But I try to get a wide variety so that I can get an idea of what things I want. I like to get the papers because then I can see what works and what doesn't. You know, what colors and all of that. So anyway, let's go ahead and start. It'll look like diamonds. Just kind of put them a little random there. One, two, three, four, 5. I think this one needs a couple more. Maybe a couple more little ones. Oops. What do we think of that? Can you see the shimmer? I think that looks nice. Good idea. Very nice idea. All right. So, Happy New Year. And then I will put white in here, but I'll have 2 more strips of gold to offset that. And then in here, I think I will offset it with the Designer Series paper. I'll just put 2 strips on the side and put a white piece in there. That's too small. So I will have my inset pieces the whole height of the card. So I'll do them by 5.5. Thank you very much, very much. And thanks for the suggestions on what we should do and all of that. And thank you to Sara Douglass for giving me the idea, the inspiration for how to make ours. Hers was a thank you card, very, very, very similar. I don't think she put any other embellishments on hers though. Donna, did you say you watched her? I'm trying to look through the comments. So Donna, yeah, you said you watched her. I don't remember her putting embellishments on hers other than the hoops. So, alrighty. I think that's a wrap. You are welcome, Zippity. Vicky, I love the stars too. Apple, I love those Valentine's cards. So the Valentine's cards that are in the pre-order, are you a demonstrator or not? You're welcome, Yuda. All right. Well, thank you all for popping in and joining me. Sorry the picture is elongated. That's YouTube for you. And here's our cards. I love them. Black and white papers usually don't get me, but this set of paper, Modern Christmas, it did it for me. So have a good night, everybody. Until next time, happy crafting.